Hey, what's up ladies and gents? eFootball 2025 has so many flaws, and with EAFC 26 showing a lot of promise with the closed beta, Konami really can't afford to get this wrong. Today we're going to be talking about everything eFootball needs to fix for 2026, because if they don't, I can see a lot of players making the switch. And to be fair, EAFC 26 has its own risk. It better not launch without all that closed beta goodness that I've been playing and witnessing myself firsthand. And it better not get patched to death like we've seen in the past before. I'd recommend, like, if the game is good upon launch, unplugging your Ethernet cable so you don't get patched to death. Now, on to eFootball 2025. Currently, the #1 fix is that scripted feeling. When you go 1-0 up, it shouldn't feel like your team's moving through quicksand while the opponent suddenly becomes like prime Barcelona. Football should be dynamic and fair for the full 90 minutes. And you're going to see that in this match here, where I relatively get the leads relatively quickly. But as soon as I get the lead, you can see I'm struggling for my players to even pass the ball, dribble the ball, and take decent first touches. So yeah, it's just not fair or balanced as soon as you get that 1-goal lead. And while we're here, please kill off the kickoff glitch. No more cheap, straight from the restart goals. Defensive shape needs to hold from whistle to whistle. Another thing is, stop the player freezing. Players shouldn't freeze when possession changes. Those few seconds where your player stops dead to hand over the ball should never happen. There should be a smooth, responsive transition to losing the ball. And that's going to make the game flow far more naturally. Bring back the atmosphere is my third point. The stadium should feel alive. Right now, the crowd sound like they're watching a chess match. Commentary is the same recycled stuff that we've had from PES years ago. We need real crowd chants, crowd roars when you attack, and commentary that reacts to the game like it matters. The fourth point, which many of us are going to be moaning about, give us Master League. Master League isn't just a mode, it's history. It's why PES has such loyal fans. It's baffling that it's still missing in eFootball. Bring it back, make it deeper, and let the players live a real career journey. They have the background information. It's been leaked out that they've got the sort of cutscenes ready. They've got all the infrastructure, but they're holding it back because they're milking that dream team at the minute, and no reason why. I can understand it. You know, they're making a hell of a lot of money, they're regurgitating players, and that's not enough for me. I do not want to see 2026 drop with a few new pack openings, with regurgitated players, with higher stat boosts, with double the amount of boosters. Like, who cares? No one cares anymore. I'm not gonna, if I've on my main account, if I've got Ronaldinho, I'm not gonna buy another Ronaldinho just because he's got a little bit extra, you know, slightly better stats. That's just ridiculous, and that's what they're hoping for, and they're going to drive that all the way up to like 120 for overall rating. So yeah, that's their plan, and I'm not buying into it. That's why I'm playing purely free to play. They're not going to get a single penny out of me. I've had enough, and that's why I'm going to be waiting for Master League. Point number 5, overhaul the tactics and artificial intelligence. The tactics right now are so shallow. You know, you get the certain cheese formations always working because the defensive AI just get pulled apart with the same exploits. Give us smarter defensive AI, but still make it like you've actually got to defend, not just rely on the AI like a lot of people do. I've seen literally people just select the goalkeeper and let the AI defend for them because it can do a better job than the majority of players, to be honest. There should be more tactical variety and the ability to counter strategies like real football, and sort of allow that on the fly as well, instead of having to go into the menu because you've only got like 60 seconds left on the clock and you got to make loads of wholesale changes, and then they make changes and then you got to do it again. So yeah, there needs to be an in-game way of changing tactics on the fly outside of just 2 different formations and a few different individual instructions. It's just not enough. Fix the online experience. Online play still suffers from lag, dodgy matchmaking, and unbalanced squads. Players shouldn't have to fight the netcode as much as they fight their opponents. Lots of people complain about this. I generally am okay for the most part of it because I do have a very strong connection. But there are occasions when I do run into this lag and it's absolutely horrific to play. The polish and visuals and animations overall, you know, the animations can be clunky, collisions are weird at times, the ball physics are a bit unpredictable. Next gen football needs to look and feel smooth. Every pass, every tackle, every shot should be believable. On top of that, eFootball is horribly optimized on many systems, causing frame rate drops and stuttering. Plus, the majority of turfs look washed out and dull, which kills the immersion. Next up is balance and monetization. A fair progression system is key. Don't lock the best players behind paywalls or loot box luck. Reward skill and commitment, and the player base will stick around. If Konami nails these changes, eFootball 2026 could win back the fans, but if they don't, and EAFC 26 delivers on the promise we've seen in its closed beta, there could be some serious migration. The ball's in your court, Konami. Fix the fundamentals, bring back the magic, and make 2026 the year football gaming feels alive again. What is your biggest fix for 2026? I want you guys to let me know down in the comments. I have zero expectation. EAFC dropped gameplay footage on trailer 1, career footage on trailer 2. They're literally just throwing things at us and giving us a reason to make the switch. And to be honest, when I saw the trailers, I was like, oh, do you know what, that looks really good. Let me go back and play EAFC 25. I went back and played that and I thought, oh my goodness, there's no way I'm buying EAFC 26. And then suddenly out of the blue, I get invited to the closed beta, played it and was like, wow. And my first biggest reaction was, please let the players not stand around like statues at the kickoff. And as soon as I pressed the button, all the players moved around naturally. There's players making runs off the ball. Everything felt like it was flowing. There was like a real sense that the team was moving around tactically. I was thinking, my goodness, have EA just nailed it? And the way the players turned and felt, it's just, honestly, on authentic mode, I think there's going to be a lot of people like that. In the end, I felt like I don't want to talk too much about EAFC 26 because I've already shared my thoughts and feelings, but it's shaping up to be really good. So Konami have to step up. They have to step up and deliver on eFootball 2026. Else I can see EAFC 26 taking over and they're going to lose a big player base. So yeah, the ball is firmly in Konami's court and that's all I have to say. Anyway, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.847 espectadores. el dorsal 10, el dorsal 22, Kaká. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7, el dorsal 19, el dorsal 9, el dorsal 13. Cambio de jugadores. Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.